Hey y'all. Y'all, we back with another reaction. And this reaction is on the McDonald's murder suspect. She has an arrangement. And the arrangement is December the 2nd, 9 a.m. But today I'm playing catch up. So this is the catch up channel. You know, because we have things to do, busy raising kids and retired and asleep. So this is to catch, and you can catch up with a lot on this channel right here. So y'all come in, take a see, like, share, and subscribe to the channel now. Now today she's going again, like I said, going to court. This is just her hearing, y'all. This is her court hearing. And go check the other video I just upload is speaking on the arrangement in December the 2nd. Yeah, it was some chaos in the courtroom where some confusion happened at the court between the daughter. Daughter left and came back with a weapon that you're not supposed to have in court. So I don't even know how she got the weapon through, you know what I mean? Because they always check everybody else thoroughly. I don't know how they missed, but the daughter she had, two weapons, ammunition. She had two ammunitions in the court, y'all. But it was chaos on the outside, so I don't think she got a chance to bring it in. What was she gonna do? All right. So y'all, let's check this out because I know. Shout out to my. I ain't gonna say nothing to him, but y'all anyway. Look, shout out to my everybody now. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the viewers. I like the subscribers. Happy birthday to you, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all enjoy the video, okay? Make sure you like it and share it. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all that her hair look pretty today. Her hair look pretty. She come to court looking okay. Got a little afro up there, look pretty, y'all. Y'all need to wear y'all hair sometime. But her hair looks so pretty. But I just, the decision that she made, y'all, they'll be coming in the courtroom in a few minutes, okay? Yeah, she had an afro. She looked so pretty with an afro. But they let her take the weave out of her, so she still look pretty. So, I hate this happened. Oh my God. You know what, y'all? I had the conversation with the manager. Some managers don't know how to talk to their employee. They don't know how to speak to their employees. Because I give it to y'all. Some of them employees, especially y'all, at the grocery store, it's money. It's money, y'all, in the grocery store. And, I'm just talking to y'all until they come in the courtroom. But anyway, the manager, I just did that little part-time job, trying, get a little money on the side just for 6 months. Not with my retirement, I'm talking about side money. When you're single, you got to make that side money. Anyway, the manager said something to me, y'all, I never worked retail, never worked retail. And I got to give these people who work in retail, I got to give it to y'all. I didn't know y'all go through that. I ain't never been through that, y'all. So we waiting on them to come. I didn't know they act like that, and the managers act like that in retail, y'all. Until I start working at Publix. And the manager said something like me loud, her mercy. I said, who you talking to? I'm sorry, y'all. Don't do what Lil Nita do. Don't do what Grandma do, okay? I said, who you talking to like that? Just imagine that, I ain't never had no manager. I just had a department chairperson. Yeah, we went on in the court, come in the courtroom. I'm just talking to them until they come in. And that manager said something to me. I forgot that I was working on the side. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I just, always want to tell the manager, I know you like your position and everything, but you have to have that management skill or how to communicate with your workers. This situation right here, the young lady was working at McDonald's, and they she manager had a little problem going on, and I can't understand why they let that worker. The back door was open because one of the it's the dude with the a delivery person was back there delivering the food in there. So she left and came back with a mask on her face, the suspect in court today. And she came in there and she stabbed the manager and unalive her. They don't have their mother anymore. But y'all just think about I just think about the decisions and the consequences behind your actions. Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna skip this just a little bit, okay? Oh, they coming in. I ain't skipping there. All right. Okay. But this video really just for those who missed it, the hearing, um, court hearing. So, but it's for anyone who want to watch it. Cause if you be like me, I can watch first 48 over and over and over and over and over. Okay, let me see. Let's see, y'all. I'm gonna skip a little bit, okay? I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna cheat. I see the clerk over there. All right, Miss Kathleen. Miss Kathleen seemed like a nice judge. I just saw her at the hearing. Um, I just upload for people who have not watched the hearing for the arrangement. See, the prosecutor and the defendant are there. See the judge. There she go. I hope this ain't the same thing I just. Oh, the suspect not even there. The judge there, the suspect not in there. This look like what I just uploaded, but it's not. What's up? Way too fast. What's up? You make sure you speak to people because I can't speak to them today, okay? You're doing a good job. There she go with her afro. She look pretty today. It look like I recorded this. I upload this.
Back on the record on file number 25354FY, People versus Asani Babu Muhammad.
More Palace for the people, P74099. Chris 3 on behalf of the people. Your Honor, Josh, I'm hearing on behalf of Mr. Muhammad, who stands to my right.
And Catherine O'Meara Bolin, P53823 on behalf of Mr. Muhammad. Outstanding number 9. Very good. You may be seated. We left off with the medical examiner's report that was tendered to the court. My understanding is we have one more witness. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
All right, you may call your witness.
People call Lieutenant Alex Hollish. Who's just here.
Like I said, y'all, next week we'll be on StreamYard next Friday. So show up, please.
While we're waiting on that, Judge, as far as I see, the only people that are in the gallery and are people from the media, our victim advocate, the courtroom, myself and Mr. Urban, the public defender's office, and some camera from media, and of course your staff.
Thank you.
Defense will attest to that as well, Your Honor.
It shouldn't take no witness this long to come in the courtroom. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, Afro, why they do that?
One-stop shop for unique gifts.
Oh, the
Save up
Afro.
to 200 bucks on Sennheiser wireless systems. Gift them.
Got some long hair.
Good afternoon, Credit. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Put your hand down. State your name for the record.
Detective Lieutenant Alexander
Hey,
Hollis.
y'all.
Alexander Common, Hollis.
Hey.
Okay, you may proceed.
Thanks, Judge. Where do you work, sir? Eastman Police Department. How long do you work there? About 18 years now. And what's your current rank and duties? Currently, I'm a detective lieutenant. I'm in charge of investigative division for the department. What were your duties on or about July 10th of 2025? I was in the same capacity as a detective lieutenant. And at some point in time, did you get contacted to conduct an interview with a suspect? I was about, by then it was probably shortly after 8 a.m. And at that point in time, what did you do? I made contact with Ms. Muhammad, who was in the booking room. And when you say Ms. Muhammad, do you see Fanny Muhammad in the courtroom today? I do. And could you identify her for us, please? She's sitting to the left of me, far left. She's wearing a jumpsuit issued by Macomb County Jail. Her hair is different but it actually had red hair, but I do recognize some facial features. Let the record reflect that Lieutenant Hollis has identified that.
So noted for the record.
So where did your interactions take place with the defendant? First, she was in a booking room, and she was wearing like a hooded jacket that I observed had blood on it, so I asked her to remove that jacket. And after that, I had to call a female officer from St. Clair Shores because we did not have a female officer working at the time. She was in a private area where female officer from St. Clair Shores told her to take off her clothing that we took as evidence and gave her our jail clothing. And after that, what happened? After that, I spoke with her at our interview room. And tell me a little bit about that interview. It's a small room. It's pretty much table, 3 chairs. Detective May, he's my partner. He joined me during the interview. It's equipped with a camera and microphone. There's a small cabinet, and that's it. And before interacting with her, as far as talking about things, was there anything that you did first? I observed dry blood on her hands, and I asked her if I could collect it. Detective May read Ms. Muhammad her rights. As far as the right for us, if she would waive her search rights, because technically it's a search, she agreed. She signed the form. I used the distilled water and the cotton swabs to collect dry blood from each of her hands. And as far as her rights that were given to her by Detective May, were you there at the time that occurred? I was. May I approach her?
You may.
Sure. Approaching with people's proposed exhibit, I believe is 6. That's considered rights, sir. Yes. First, she was giving the form rights to search. That's what we talked about, not this right. Correct. Those. That's eventually Detective May did give constitutional rights to Fanny as well. But I'm talking about to collect the blood. It was a consent to search form. I understand. And as far as the form here, when did this take place? Right after I collected blood, the dry blood, what appeared to be dry blood. Detective May read Ms. Muhammad her constitutional rights directly from the form. She initialed next to each right. She signed the form. I see my signature on it, and I see Detective May's signature. I recognize his signature on it as well. Is it dated? Yeah. It is 7/10/25. At this point, it's 8:56 a.m.
Brother, don't try not to curse. Use profanity in the chat.
With the constitutional rights that she was given by you and Detective May, and which everyone signed. That's right. It's a copy of it. Okay. And during this period of time, while she was
think you way
in
too
her
fast.
constitutional rights, are there things that you look to when you're giving rights to determine if someone is intoxicated?
Well, we asked how far she went to school. She said she graduated high school. She stated she could read and write. She indicated she was not intoxicated. She was not on any drugs or alcohol. I asked her how much she got sleep the night before. She said at least 8 hours. She indicated that she slept in her vehicle because she was currently homeless, but she said she's been doing it for a while now, staying out of her car. So that was a conversation.
Any concerns that you wouldn't be able to have a proper interview with her?
She appeared lucid. I did not see any signs of intoxication or anything of that. So I believe she was okay to talk to.
Before I move to Exhibit 6, I just want to hand over things to Josh Jones in case he wants to hear on voluntariness.
All right. Not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, people move to admit Exhibit 6.
Number 6 will be admitted.
Thanks, Josh. Tell me a little bit more. After the rights are signed, what's the next step for you and that interview with Detective May?
Usually we ask a question of what happened. I believe Detective May asked if she knew who Jennifer Harris was, and she stated she did.
Was this a recorded interview?
That's correct.
Have you reviewed it prior to today?
I did.
And does it accurately reflect the interview that you had with the defendant on July 10th of this year?
The video that I reviewed that was attached to evidence.com, yes, that's an interview. I assuming that's what you're going to play, but for me to certify it, I would have to see it.
Okay. 1 minute. We're about to put up on the screen proposed Exhibit 7, Judge. Now, sir, do you recognize the still of this?
Yeah, it's an interview room. That's me in a blue shirt. Detective May is in a gray t-shirt with a baseball hat on, and Miss Muhammad, she's wearing our jail uniform, and at the time I told you she had a different hair, it was red in color.
And move to admit Exhibit 7, Judge.
Defense,
No objection.
be admitted by stipulation. Be published to the court.
Yes, thank you. We're going to start at 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
Is the volume up on the TV? I'm not sure.
That's all right. Come on, cameraman. Check. To the point. I'm gonna text you, email you after this. No, I upload a video. She's not wearing it. She in court without it. I can't hear you, the judge.
Did you want to kill her? That's how you felt. How many knives did you have on you? Can you describe the knife that you stabbed her with? Well, explain what a French knife. Is it long? Okay. Did you walk up behind her? Did you guys argue? Did you just walk up to her? Show me how you did it. You walked up to her and you just started doing what? Show me how you did it. You can stand up. It's okay. So mom did it. Your mom Jennifer showed. What color? Sure. Is that the one that you had on? And then when so I'm Jennifer and you had the knife in your hand, I need you to show me how you did that. What did you do like this? Show me. It's okay. Did you start doing this? Yeah. Do it where on my body. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay.
Wow. Just like Jason.
Did you stab her in the stomach? Or just stab her? So you mentioned somebody you heard a gunshot.
Wow.
So the blood on your hand, it was you think it's the blood?
Whew.
Right.
Hmm.
Has this lady, has she been bullying you for a while, or is this just a 1 or 2 or 3 time? Does she do that sort of work?
Right. Thank you.
Well, just so that I can get like an idea about where your headspace was, when you were stabbing her, well, how did that make you feel?
Mm, mm, mm,
We
mm.
stopped just now in 1908. Detective T, to the best of your ability, um, that encapsulated the defendant's explanation of what had happened that morning.
That's correct.
After um, after the interview, what happened right after that?
I let her make a phone call to let her family know where she was and lodge her inside.
One moment.
You say you turn it or loose. Look at it.
Can we approach the sidebar just briefly?
Certainly.
Mm-mm. Right. Jesus. I'm not feeling sorry for y'all no more.
Thanks, Judge. Um, just I have no further questions on this witness. Thank you.
Cross-examination.
Just one moment, Judge.
Mm-mm. The apple don't fall too far from the tree 'cause her daughter brought two weapons in it
No, I have no further question. I have no
outside the court.
Very good, you may be excused. Any further witnesses on behalf of the people?
No, Judge.
Any witnesses on behalf of the defense?
None, Your Honor.
Good, you want to take a few minutes for argument, or are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, argument please.
Thanks, Judge. Judge,
Now,
I like
let's
this
ease
court
the
right here. They
embarrassing
get rid of you
soft
real
copy.
fast.
Get started today at Amazon.com.
Them in Memphis, Tennessee,
The
they're
holidays
here and get
around the
rid of
corner.
get you out
And
of
at
court.
Eddie Bauer, we're here for every adventurer on your list.
Judge, today you heard from 6 witnesses, but effectively 7 because of the interrogation. So you heard from Devontae Pace, Officer McLaughlin, Luke Moreno, Deborah McMillan, Lieutenant Hollish, and of course the interrogation brings in the statements of the defendant and her explanation of the things that
Shauna
went on.
Turnage.
Sorry, Shauna Turnage, then Lieutenant Hollish is 6, and then the defendant's statements through the interrogation that is her explanation of what happened and why she murdered Jennifer Harris. One of the interesting things is that we all understand now through what the witness testimony was from Ms. McMillan is that the defendant was irate sat there for about an hour, intermittently working, and then discovering that she had indeed been clocked out, and then was told by Ms. Harris to leave. She did. She left. She went to the skate park. Told Lieutenant Hollish that while she was there, she skated. I believe she said she prayed. And she thought about everything that happened and then everything that Jennifer Harris was doing wrong. And despite having that time to contemplate on everything, she went back in about an hour's time. And when she went back, she had a mask. She brought a knife that she said she bought from Walmart. And she walked through the back entrance where Mr. Moreno said that he looked over and saw the defendant walking up, masked. And she said very calmly, he said she walked calmly, "Don't worry, I work." She proceeds to walk through. And as Miss Harris is working, prepping the food, she sets upon her and begins to stab her. There was no argument. There was no talking. And as we saw from that video, the defendant stabbed Jennifer Harris around 13 times,
Jesus.
all over her body, but specifically in vital areas. She stabbed her in the neck, the chest, the scalp, and there are 23 individual sharp wounds that the medical examiner's office identified, some of which being 4 inches deep, through her neck. All of those were aimed at areas where even one strike could kill a person. And when she was interviewed, she admitted that when she went in there to confront her, to kill her, that she intended to kill Jennifer Harris. And when she did this, it wasn't in a manic state. It wasn't some emotional outburst. She came in calmly to do all these things. She was prepared. So, as far as what you've heard and what I've got to prove today, count 1 and count 2, is with premeditated murder, the law says that premeditation and deliberation may be inferred from the circumstances surrounding the killing. And there is 2 cases, Tilly, 405, Mish 38, at 44, a 1979 case, and Jolly, 442, Mish 458, at 466, and that's a 1993 case. So, the premeditation and
I'm
deliberation...
sorry, 442 Mish
458 at 466.
19.
That's a 1993 case.
Thank you.
As far as what we have without her, any of her statements, we still have her leaving, going to another location, and then coming back prepared. She has a mask. She's got a hidden knife. And she enters through a back entrance. And then immediately, when she is near Jennifer Harris, she begins to stab her. The reason that you know that she intended to commit murder and kill her that day is when you're watching the video, there's a time when Jennifer Harris collapses and she's on the ground.
Right.
The defendant doesn't stop. She's prepared to stab her while she's on the ground. The only thing that stopped her is, thankfully, Devontae Pace pulled out his .45 and shot at her. And on the video, the minute that shot gets off, you can see the gun through the window. She throws the knife and tears through the exit. So it's clear that even though Jennifer Harris had collapsed on her back, bleeding, that the defendant intended to finish the job on the ground. Now we know from her own statements that that's what she always intended to do, and that she's prepared to do it. One moment. So as far as her state of mind and what her motive is, even though I don't have to prove motive, we know what those things are, and we know why she did what she did, and that she intended to do it. As far as count 2, dangerous weapon carrying with unlawful intent, we heard from Ms. McMillan that the knife that she saw the defendant using was somewhere between 5 and 7 inches in length. Additionally, we know that she brought that knife there with the specific intent to stab and kill Jennifer Harris, because that's what she told police. And she explained using Detective May as a prop is that where she was stabbing was intentionally in the neck area
Wow.
and the upper chest. So based on everything you've seen today and what you've heard and the defense's own explanation, I just ask that you bind over counts 1 and counts 2.
Thank you. Mr. Jones?
Judge, obviously the people are objecting to bind over.
Mm-mm. We'll talk about it after these shows.
What I guess I
I
want
mean, defense is objecting to bind over?
what I said.
You said people are
Oh,
objecting
yeah.
to bind over.
Offenses, I'm sorry. And where I was going really, Your Honor, is where the insinuation of, in her statements, of and how the people are identifying this insinuation that she bought the knife for this. And I hope it's clear to the court that based on her own statement, which the court, I believe, is relying on, the people are relying on her own statement in part to satisfy the bind order, that she indicated that she bought it previously for something different. Now, I'm not saying that there can't be an insinuation from that, but I don't want the court, nor do I want the facts to be insinuated that it was bought for this purpose or this incident. Because I don't think that
She said that's what she did it for.
even in her own statements, she doesn't make that as a fact of itself. And so I just want to clarify that, and I know that the people have introduced the interview, so if the court, again, if there's a hang-up, the court can listen to that and make that determination. But again, I'm just going off of her explanation of why she had what she had at the time. Beyond that, I think it's clear as well from the testimony from the other witnesses that what we're talking about is it's a hooded mask. And again, I'm just identifying some, I don't want to say, clarifying some things on what we heard in facts, because it was very clear that it was some sort of zip-up hood that went over the face. It's not a separate mask that was, bought for this purpose. It was attire, meaning, someone owning a hoodie and then that zips it up. I don't think it changes the fact.
She didn't want to be recognized,
mask,
baby.
Again, I think that those are facts that at least need to be clarified when we're talking about the bind over, specifically because we're talking about the difference between, at least for today's purposes, first and second degree. And there's that identification of premeditation or preparation to get you to first degree. So that's the reason I wanted to clarify those two facts, Your Honor. Otherwise, generally speaking, for count 1, I would indicate that they generally have not met their burden on their elements, Your Honor, to show that there is a difference between first and second. In regards to count 2, as I'm sitting here listening to Mr. Ballard wrap up his request for a bind over, I know we've had discussion that there was a knife used. There's been discussion that there was the potential of this knife that was identified at the scene. But there was not really any specifics, and I think that Miss McMillan was identifying the knife that she saw. She wasn't referencing the difference between the length of the actual knife and the blade. And I say, legally speaking, there is a difference between that. And I don't know if the people have really necessarily shown that even
But
at a
how you
probable
can make that
cause level. And
decision?
the reason I say that, Your Honor, is because the blade
Mhm.
length must be over 3 inches. And the only thing that we necessarily had from Miss McMillan is that it may be between 5 and 6, and she's just referencing the size of the knife. Again, we don't have anything specific to the blade, which is really what the requirement is for count two. We have no officer that identified that they collected it. We have an officer that says, well, they should have collected it, or they did collect it, but he couldn't testify beyond that. He didn't testify who collected it, whether or not they had the knife, or even presented a photo of this being the knife in some sort of reference to what length we're dealing with. And so with count two, I think that they're lacking on that. I think we have some testimony there, but we don't have the specifics that we need, even at a probable cause standard, to identify that for that particular count. So, in regards to my objection, Your Honor, again, I leave it to what I've already said about count one, and then with count two specifically, I think they lacked on that proof. So I would ask for a dismissal on both, but more specifically on count two.
Thank you.
May I finish?
You may.
I guess maybe I didn't enunciate whenever I was speaking, as I said, she brought the knife. I didn't say she bought the knife. I know that she said she bought the knife at Walmart because she had bought a cake at the same time, or she planned to bake a cake. So I said brought, I didn't say bought. I know that, or I never wanted to have anybody believe that I thought she bought
Right.
that specifically for killing Miss Harris.
I appreciate that.
Additionally, as far as the testimony that we did have for the knife itself and the length of the knife, we have a witness saying that she saw the knife and that it was between in excess of 5 inches. As well, if you just look at the video, you can see the knife is a large butcher knife, not some small knife that would be below
Right.
5 inches. And so I'm relying on the video itself and the testimony of the witness that we had on the scene.
In your honor, I have a flash drive for you. If the court would like to review any of these, I can provide it to your court officer to provide to you for your review.
Thank you. The court's going to take a recess to review my notes, and I will be back. Thank you, court, with my ruling.
Just we have time to 15, 30 minutes.
Mr. Jones, I don't know how long it's going to take me to go through my notes and my thoughts and the video, but as soon as I'm done, I'll be back out.
There you go, Judge. Tell them, Kathleen. You better tell them.
You have to,
Ask me, Judge, how long it gonna take. Let's see, big boy. Mm-mm. All right, y'all can have a discussion until they come back. Wow. You know, you never know what a person I'm been through or what they going through. That's why you shouldn't pick at nobody. That's why you shouldn't watch how you speak to a person. And then another thing on her behalf, you got to make good decisions. You got to make a decision. And you got to listen to, when you make that decision to do what you do, think about the consequences. But this young lady said what she did. She said what she wanted to. And some of these managers can get to you like that. And allegedly, she was sleeping in her car. I'm not sure. She was sleeping in her car. She walked through there unrecognizable with the door. I seen the one little video where the truck was delivering the food to McDonald's. And she walked through there and she was comfortable when she walked through there. So she premeditated these things. Now, every family have dysfunctional means in them, but it's up to you to get help and control yourself. It's if I she needed a job. Mm-mm-mm. She needed a job, and she let the worst take over her. Her decision she made. She didn't pick the right decision because she premeditated when she went inside a Walmart. I went inside a Walmart. So I went in, when I went inside a Walmart, I know what I was doing when I went inside a Walmart. I know what I bought inside a Walmart. And I know what I'm about to use it for because I went in there and I wasn't finished. Well, anyway, I did an upload, y'all, while we waiting on them. I just upload the video for my family over here, my people over here, because we be so busy covering cases, because that's what we do, investigate and react. So I did put another. She got arrangement December the 2nd at 9 a.m. So that is the other court. Um, what they did the arrange what they supposed to have the arrangement in December. And y'all, her daughter did the same thing she did. The daughter came in the court, left out, and did the same thing she did. At that time, during this court, her daughter made a decision to do something, and then she came back. Now, what was she gonna do with her weapon? Because the victim is not with us. Only people in the court is the attorneys, and her mom is up there, and the judge and bailiff and the secretary and the prosecutor. What was the daughter was gonna come in the courtroom? Who she was gonna use her? Try to use another word. Her what she was gonna use who she was gonna use her weapon on. Man, she got a daughter out there, and she said she prayed, and I was sitting here, I said, well, maybe she should have prayed, but she prayed before she did that. Hey, who y'all praying to? Mm-mm. I hope the young lady get help while she in there. I really do hope she get help. I really hope the system has something, in store for her, because I still see mentally, since I went to school for health education and a minor in health education, but I still see some issues there, y'all. I still see something ain't right. Like Keith Sweat says, something still not right with her. I mean, and if you don't like a job, go find you another job. Go get you another job. They got jobs after that. If this McDonald's ain't doing me right, what I do is I try Wendy's. And when I try Wendy's, and I just won't put that I had worked at a restaurant before, cause you sure ain't gonna get no job. Let me skip this a little bit, y'all. So try to make the right decision, y'all. The best decision, the good decision, because there are consequences behind your action. Consequences, whatever we do in life, there are consequences. I'm not feeling sorry for people. I used to, but now I don't, because help is out there and y'all got to go get it. Uh, there are people like me and others would sit there and listen to your whole conversation. Just listen to you. I like listening to people. Just talk. Tell me what. Just talk. You ain't getting on my nerves. Just talk. Just at your table. Just talk. And there are some people don't listen to your situation because they don't care about your situation. But just don't. But I hope the young lady get help while she incarcerated because she is going to jail. And, and I hope they find out what she needs to be diagnosed with
With a
because
Kaiser
something
Permanente
ain't
Medicare
right,
Medicaid
y'all. I'm
benefit,
looking at her
everything
now.
we do starts with you. Your doctors listen, your team knows your story, and you get extra help when you need it. Join us and discover a plan that's made for you.
I ain't looking at something. All right, just still back there. So I really want to hear from a lot of y'all people. What's up, Silver? You ain't been on here in a long time. Um, um, okay, I do apologize for saying that. I shouldn't have said it. See what I just said? And I don't know if the man could have had the flu, could have been sick or whatever. So see what I said. So I'm apologize. I shouldn't say that because I don't know what people been going through. You know what I mean? You don't know what people be going through. You don't know where they been. You don't know what going on. So I apologize, Sizzle, but good to see you, baby. Anywho, um, she got arrangement. Y'all got to make good decision, man. Y'all got to think. You know what? I'm so glad. I am so glad my children helped me think, y'all. May help my kids, may helping children made me make a decision and for them, for life and me. If it wasn't for them, no telling what where my decisions would be, in a relationship, on the job. Even though they grown, still I know my responsibility and what I need to do, the reason why I got that job. So I'm not gonna yeah. But you know what, Sizzle? Me too. I've been doing the same thing you've been doing too. And I just spoke about that the other day. About my sleep, man. My sleep being so off. My sleep is so off. I mean, but I don't got so much rest today. And at night is I like to be up at night since I don't have to work no more, but I do go to sleep too. Yeah, get your rest, baby. Catch up with your rest. I wonder what this judge is thinking about. Even though I did a upload, but I think I'm gonna show it to y'all. No, I got commercials in it now, but I did the upload where the judge she went over what happened, uh, went over what the young lady what she her decision she made and what she said she did. Um, You can go back. One thing about it, Cornelius, you can always go back and watch it. Look, if you miss anything, you could always go back on the channel and watch it. We wait on Miss Kathleen to come out from back there. You can always go back and watch it, baby. The judge, I'm just skipping this, and the judge ain't came up back there yet. Let me see if she gonna come out. She ain't came back yet, and I'm at the end of that thread almost. I'm just gonna let it roll. Yeah, Cornelius, this go ahead and just you ain't really miss nothing. Cause they did the closing argument. That's all I could say. Thank you. Let me see. Let me skip a little bit more, y'all. I'm almost at the end of the thread. Did the judge? Here she go. Here she go. Here, Miss Kathleen. Here come Miss Kathleen. Oh, my stomach just growled. Oh, that Miss Kathleen. Counsel. Don't do that. Turn the mic on. Oh, there she go.
For the record, please.
Kumar Pelican for the People, P74099. Christopher on behalf of the People, P1013.
Your Honor, Josh Jones on behalf of Ms. Stevens. All right.
And Kevin O'Hara Bowman, P5386. Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated.
Oh, wow. Catherine, you don't made a commercial.
So tasty, it could make Poseidon switch to a spoon. Holy divine taste from the Greek gods.
The court has carefully considered the testimony of the 6 witnesses today, that being number 1, Devontae Pace, an eyewitness, witness number 2, Officer McLaughlin, witness number 3, Luke Marino, witness number 4, Deborah McMillan, manager at the McDonald's, witness number 5, Deshauna Turnage, employee of the McDonald's, witness number 6, Detective Hollish, who took the statement of the defendant. At this stage, it's not for the court to determine guilt or innocence. This is a probable cause hearing, and the court must be satisfied that the prosecution has presented evidence by a probable cause standard as to both charges, count 1, first-degree premeditated murder, and count 2, carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent. Probable cause is a very low evidentiary threshold under Michigan law. In viewing the evidence in the light most favorable to the prosecution, the court makes the following findings. Count 1, first-degree premeditated murder. The people presented testimony showing that the victim was found on the floor of the restaurant in a large pool of blood, suffering from what appeared to be multiple stab wounds. This clearly establishes that a homicide occurred by a criminal agency. The manager of the McDonald's, that being witness number 4, Deborah McMillan, testified that she heard a commotion, came around, found the victim on the floor bleeding. Regarding the intent and premeditation, the defendant stated in her own interview that she had left the location earlier. By her own testimony, she testified, or she stated to the police that she was told to leave and she didn't leave, and then became angry later because her boss had clocked her out. She indicated that she left, she went to the park, she prayed, and thought about how she had been wrong. She admitted that she possessed a long chef's knife. And I want to talk about the chef's knife. Mr. Jones, you made argument that there was insufficient evidence with regard to the 3-inch or being 3 inches or more on the blade. The court did review the interview by the police of the defendant and the graphic scene once again, and the knife in there clearly is over 3 inches. And the testimony of Deborah McMillan that the blade was, she put it, which looks like 6 inches. We don't know if that's the knife or not, but in the video of the stabbing, you can see the blade of the knife. The blade of the knife was rather large, and by defendant's own statements, had indicated that it was a chef's knife. So, that being said, she admitted that she possessed this knife. She admitted that she wanted her dead. I think her statement to the police was, I felt like I wanted her dead. I'm not a cold person. Another thing that was interesting, or not interesting, that's a poor choice of words, corroborates the testimony of witness number 5, Kashana Turnage. In the interview at the police station, while the demonstration of how the stabbing occurred, you can see the defendant's fingernails, and it was blue and white, as described by Kashana Turnage, I'm sorry. So the fact that she left, had time for cool reflection, and returned back to the location, and as witness number 3 testified, appeared to be casual and calm while she walked in. Her statement that she wanted her dead, and she knowingly carried out that plan, purposely arming herself with this knife, wearing a hoodie and a mask, as witness number 4 testified, appeared to be a Jason mask, and witness number 3 testified that it looked like a ski mask. Taken.
Get the strong arm, attorney John Foy and
Just had a
Associates.
commercial.
Getting hurt at work was not part of your decision.
Taken together, this evidence is more than sufficient for a person of ordinary prudence to reasonably believe that the defendant intentionally, with premeditation, killed the defendant by a probable cause standard. The court therefore finds that the people have met their burden as to count 1. As to count 2, carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent, testimony clearly established that the defendant possessed and carried a long chef knife. The defendant admitted that she brought the knife for the purpose of stabbing the victim, and she did in fact stab the victim with that weapon. The unlawful intent requirement is fully supported by her statements and the eyewitness testimony. Accordingly, the court finds probable cause exists that the defendant carried a dangerous weapon with intent to use it unlawfully against another person. So for the reasons stated on the record, the court does find that the prosecution has met their burden as to both counts. There is sufficient evidence as to each element of the offenses charged. I therefore am binding defendant over to circuit court for further proceedings as charged. Do we know who the arraigning judge is in this matter?
Judge Massaroni, Judge.
That's correct.
Judge Massaroni, here's his arraignment on the information on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. for in custody.
It'll be December 2nd, Judge, I'm sorry.
Pick December 2nd. Be December 2nd at 9 a.m. Judge Massaroni. And I need you to fill out the half sheet. And I want to thank both sides for your professionalism. And that concludes this matter for today.
Thank you, Your Honor. We will provide the form as soon as it is completed.
All right, y'all. That's it. That's it. All I got to say is Try not to be the big bad bear because she already know. Man, she about me. I ain't about to cry. I ain't about to cry. I'm not gonna let you make me cry. She got tears in her eyes. Just imagine how her children feel. Her kids, the victim kids. Mm. I love y'all. I appreciate everything. I appreciate the super chat. But I appreciate everything. My moms and my chat and my viewers and my subscribers. Everybody have a safe day, and I'll be back later on. Thank you for what you do, but make better decisions, y'all.